Good afternoon, traders. It's the 17th of March, 2021. Trading the Asia late morning, early afternoon session here, trying to get a couple of things worked out with that problem I had. Now I've got the Investor RT and Rhythmic Trader Pro working off the Singapore gateway, so we'll see if that improves the disaster of last night when they were on Chicago, completely untradeable. But so far today it's turned out okay. I've taken one trade down here, $335. It was when we reached this valuated VWAP here, or the valuated average price, I shorted, one short, held up here to the value area high, so I was a little bit early, but then it sold off down to my target, and I can show you that on the Tradovate platform if I can figure out how to get all that going here. It's been kind of playing hard to get today. Let's just go with this first, and there you see the stats. One trade, $335. It's quite a long trade, actually, for me. Definitely a long trade. Max drawdown was $1.85. 54 minutes, so that was a long wait. I don't usually ever do that, but I was determined that I was going to take a mean reversion trade, and it looked like a good opportunity, and I sat through it. I held it, and it paid off in spades. So now let's see if we can get this dome to work properly. Oh, there we go. So here's the trade right there at the VWAP. I held through this. It was not pleasant. Had to move the stop up to, if I can show that or not. Let's just see here. Had to move the stop up to this high. I figured if it got above these highs here at 13,145, then I was definitely wrong. And you see it got right up here to the value area high at 1341, so I was four points off a stop out, and then it pulled back through to my target, which was down here at 15, I believe, or 1575, I believe I had it at. So now if we can find what happened to Tradovate. Okay, yeah, so we pulled right down to here, just at the value area low. So we traded across from the VWAP across value, basically. And it was a $335 or 13 to 30, about 16, 17, 16 and a half, 16.75 points. So there we are. And I've got some other stuff to do, but I wanted to get this stream up so that I could have a record of it in both instances with my trading here, my fresh memory of how this worked. It was just a reversion to mean from the all these previous tests of VWAP, and it paid out. So now let's get back to the case at hand here. Man, this thing just doesn't want to remember anything anymore. And I'm not quite sure what's up with that, but anyway, that looks pretty normal. So what was happening here was test. This is the wrinkle which I'm trading off of now and not the range bar. because I like these wick. And when we came up here and tested again, I had missed these because I was busy in the gym and wherever else, and doing some things here for the visas. And then I took it here, had to hold through that, which was painful. But back to maintain my conviction from value area high, and had to stop just above value area high here. So I would have stopped out and not monkeyed with it anymore after that. And I also pulled my target way down to value area low, which worked out. So instead of the typical $170, I about doubled it. At this point now, I am at the 52,131, which means I can now trade all 5 contracts, and I have about $870 to go for the funded account because I'm in step 2. So I will be maintaining this my typical attitude and risk management, and now we're going to test VWAP again. So it's just in this trading range, but I'm going to be content with this trade. I wanted to get this stream up, and we have to go out for some errands this afternoon and some stuff out to Putrajaya for some more paperwork about the visas. So that's what that is. But I thought it was important to get the stream up and have a record of this. Now we're over the 52,000 mark, so we can trade all 5 contracts if we wanted to. I've only traded one at a time, and we've gotten to where we are by trading one at a time. So maybe I'll trade 2 if it looks like it's really breaking out. But anyway, I'm going to continue to be conservative and get to the funded part, and then I still have the decision to make about this charting scenario and the data, which I will only be able to judge tonight at the open for the pit session, and see if we have a similar occurrence to the disaster of last night when basically the investor RT just locked up and got 10, 15 points behind and wasn't doing anything, even though the rhythmic data was moving on the Rhythmic Trader Pro. It was a big problem here, but I switched everything to the Singapore gateway, and we'll see if that affects it tonight. Of course, Jigsaw was the boy. If they would ever get their act together on charting, it would really be super, because it's just rock solid as far as the dome goes. But the charting they have is just really pathetic at this point. It's real immature beta and can't do any of the things. It's got years to go before it could ever be a mature platform as Investor RT. So I will continue here for a few more minutes, maybe. Say the bottom of the hour. Watching this trade. I am not going to trade from this point because I have a successful day under my belt, and I'm over the 52,000 threshold and closing in on the funded trader account, which I will do the pro account first and then the funded trader account. The important part with this is that I can trade all 5 contracts should I elect to do so. And once it's a funded or the pro trader account, 100% of the first $5,000 is mine. There's no split. And also there's no data fee charge or combine fee charge. That all stops. And then after that, then you go to the regular funded account where the pro data feed charge comes in, and there's an 80-20 split. So the pro account seems like the only intelligent move that anybody would want to make. Or at least I can find no downside to it. And that's where I am at this point. so far the progress is progressing. And I hope to God this charting works tonight, because I had really quite decided that what I was going to do was start a TopStep Investor RT Rhythmic Combine, which would give me full complement of the rhythmic data, and the charting would work between the dome and the charts, and orders down here would show up over here, etc., like normal. And I would be able to trade that. I would have the funded account. I could always trade on a separate dome and charting like I do now. I could still use the charting capability, and I would just trade on the Tradovate, the Jigsaw hooked up to the Tradovate dome for the TopStep funded account or pro account, just as I am doing now. But I would also be able to pop another dome and trade that combine and see how it works out, then make a decision whether I want to just take the money out of the funded account, the pro account, and trade the combine on the Investor RT and Rhythmic. Or if it doesn't pan out, as I hope it will, and it's more of an issue like last night, then I'll just can the Rhythmic Investor RT combine and proceed forward with the Tradovate. Now, there is a question, or there is a possibility that after the Tradovate account is live, funded trader account, then the execution is through CQG, and Rhythmic Investor RT has full access to the CQG trader feed. So that I still haven't quite nailed that down conclusively, but it would appear that once a funded account was in place, not the pro account, but the funded account was in place with Tradovate, that the Investor RT charting would just sync right with it, just as the Jigsaw does. So that's another option. Anyway, that's where it is at this point. I'm certainly happy that that trade worked out and got over that target, and I can forget about the focus on this visa story and the errands that we have to run, go pick up new glasses prescriptions for the girls and all that kind of thing. Yes, kind of getting all our little knit ducks in a row for when the time finally comes and we can pack up and pull out. Be quite strange to do after living here for 10 years. But so I will wind the stream down now, I believe, not take any more precious time. I won't be trading anymore, surely not before the open. So the pit open, which is 0830 Central, 0930, 2130 local. Now here in Southeast Asia, that daylight savings has gone, whatever they've done, gone on, gone off, whatever they call it, spring ahead and fall back. I remember that part. Anyway, so I will wrap this up here. Not sure where to see just how much time. It says average watch time, but I can't see the stats for how long the thing has actually been on stream. Should be a way to do that, I guess. Like I have said so many times, my goal and my business model is not to be a YouTube wizard, star, or whatever you call them, influencer, or whatever it is. It's to be a successful trader, and the stream is a way to record and have my visual virtual trading journal for myself, and to share this journey and hopefully my a bit of knowledge and learning educational experience with those that subscribe and watch the stream. And hopefully we'll get a community of like-minded traders here that participate. That would be great. I'm not, this is strictly for education and for my own personal trading journal. It's not for any kind of trading advice or trading trade advice or trade suggestions, and past performance is not indicative of future results, obviously. Can be hazardous to your health. Trading futures can be, if you don't know how to manage risk, you can lose your butt in a heartbeat. And also, trying to copy my trades will not work because there is a delay built into the YouTube stream. So in most cases, I'm in and out of trades in seconds. And by the time I'm out of a trade and the market has moved away from there, that's when you would see it on the stream, see my entry. So trying to copy my trades would be disastrous, I'm quite sure. There's the lifetime, 19 minutes and 15 seconds. Okay. I knew it had to be there sometime, somewhere. All right. So traders, remember your goal is to be able to trade tomorrow. That's your prime objective. Manage, and the only way you're going to be able to do that is to manage your risk, trade your plan. That's the only way. You've got to try to manage your risk and your plan so that you can have as many samples in your data set of trades as possible. That's how you achieve longevity. Your edge will be able to manifest itself, and you will be a consistently profitable trader. That's the truth. So trade safe. If you're trading this afternoon in Asia or wherever you might be, best of luck, and I will rejoin the stream in about somewhere around 0800 Central Standard Time in preparation for the open, for the pit session open, for regular trading hours, whatever you want to call it. All right, all the best. Trade